Hi, you're welcome to Photographics Academy. All right, so I'm so excited about what we're going to be learning today. Very, very excited. Today we're going to be learning how to work with actions in Photoshop. That's how to set it up for your workflow to give you a speed edits. You wouldn't have to go through all the manual process every single time. You are going to really love this one. Okay, so first of all, we are going to start setting up our actions. What is action? First of all, action is just simply a way of telling Photoshop, okay, so this is what I want to do. Keep it in record for me. Whenever I want to use it, give it back to me. I will just use it. So first of all, I'm going to be cropping the image. Let me crop our picture. Let me crop the image. I wouldn't want her clothes coming in, so just from here and bring this one in like this, something close up. All right, so let's just use content aware to take care of the clothes there. I need it at 0. All right, so just select here like this, right click, say fill content aware to take care of it properly. So let's do it. All right, so it's gone. Now let's set up action for our blemishes. So we go to our windows, select actions, and stack it inside here like this. All right, so I'm just going to collapse the default actions we already have here, so we can just set up a new one. Maybe I'll just open a new group. Let's call this one TEST. So this is our test actions. This is our test action pack. So the first thing we are going to be creating is our blemish action. So we just have to click on this plus icon. Let's name this one BM. That is our blemish BM, and say record. So from now onwards, every single thing we are going to be doing on this image is going to be recorded. So we'll go to layers. First of all, we're going to duplicate our background layer. So we'll have a backup. Then after duplicating, create a black and white adjustment layer. Drag this one down a little. Beautiful. So this gives you, this is just for test. This is just for visual guidance, so you can know where your blemishes are. So we are done with our blemishes action. Simple. Or rather, let's group it together. Press Ctrl, hold this, press Ctrl G. So it groups it together. Sorry. So I need you to know that whatever we do from here, it's going to be recorded in the action. So the before and after I did, of course, is going to enter. So I'm going to cut the action right here. I'm going to cut it right here. So I'm going to just delete the last one. So it's going to stop in hide current layer. You know what? Let's just delete even the group. So it's just going to record the first 3 things we did. So go to layer, and start taking care of our blemishes. So I'll just use my patch to take care of the big ones like this. Take care of the big ones. Hold on, like this. Just take your time, get yours done, get yours right, like this. You are going to really enjoy this. Of course, it's going to be a lengthy video. Let me warn you ahead of time. It's going to be a lengthy video because we are doing a full skin retouch. Just that we are setting up actions for each thing, so that when we come back, we'll be able to. So let's see this iPad, something I want that too much. Let's look for a nearby skin. Maybe okay, this is cool. So like this, just take your time. You can use your sports healing brush to take care of this small one. Like this. Go around the nose like this. Like this. Just take care of them. Take care of these small ones. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop. Please take your time and take care of your own blemishes very well. This is not a blemish removal tutorial, it's an action tutorial. So I'm not going to really pay a lot of attention to blemishes. Alright, so let's leave it at this. So I'm going to delete my black and white layer so that we'll have our image back. Beautiful. Alright, so we've been able to set up our blemish action. The next thing we are going to do is our frequency separation. So let me just keep this right here. Let me flatten it. So this is gone. Now let's set up our action for frequency separation. So create a new action. We'll call this one FS, frequency separation, or rather FR. I think that is better. FRS. Don't mind me. So press enter. So from now, whatever we do is going to be recorded. Go back to your layer, press Ctrl J, press Ctrl J, press Ctrl J. Then go. Let's just duplicate 2 times. Ctrl J 2 times. Name this L, low frequency. Name this L, low frequency. Hold on. Then name this L. Name this high. This one is high frequency. So close your high frequency, collapse it, go to your low frequency, blur out the image until all the details are gone. Blur out the image until all the details are gone. I think 8 is okay. 8 is okay. Maybe let's do 7. 7 is still fine. So we are using 7. Open your high frequency, go to image, go to apply image, go to your layers and select low frequency. Go to your this is not part of it. I just wanted to check something. Go to your blending, make sure that you are selecting subtract. Yes, subtract. Your scale should be 2, your offset should be 128. Press OK, convert it to linear light like this. Hold your control, select the low frequency, press Ctrl G to group the 2 of them together, and our frequency separation action is ready. So we are going to cut it at this point. So we have set our frequency separation layer. So let's just touch it a little. Let's just do a little adjustment to the image. Excuse me. I'm going to be using my mixer brush to just a quick one. This is not going to be so perfect, but let's just see what we could do, because it's going to open us up to the next thing we might want to do to the image. So let's just see what we'll do with it. Like this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like this. Nice. So basically everything in Photoshop, you could just have an action for them. So whenever you are working, you wouldn't need to always set up everything manually. You will just pick up your actions and you start working. So that's just the real essence of actions. That's just the real essence of actions for your image editing, for your photo editing. That's just the real essence of action. So I will just fast forward the video at this point, so I wouldn't take your time. Let me just do a quick one and get the frequency separation done. Remember, we offed our action before we started applying brushes. If you do not off your action, it's going to spoil a whole lot of stuff for you, because in your next image it's going to mimic the strokes of the brushes, which will not align with the image you will be trying to use it on. So just stop at the point where you are done setting up. Maybe you are about to apply it, cut it, and that will be it. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward the video. See you very soon. Let me just take my time and get this done. Let me just fast forward. Just my birthday recently. Huh? A picture. Iko ya bubu. Enwere m ike ịlọgụ email m na sistem a ka m access na Facebook m. Ka m change my Facebook name. Ka Facebook m ihe ga na-afọ Pablo. Aha ka bụ odeti na aha. Ọ dị possible? Ome incognito. Ọkwa may your own effect. Change the Facebook name. So birthday m na-abịa nso. This as I know go post. Ihe post onye ka m nweta notification gbaa na mbatara ọzọ. Ọzọ onye ọ na-ede good news abasị Facebook ama m onye good news abasị. Ha ga na-afọ Pablo. Alright, so you're welcome back. We are done with our frequency separation. That was a quick one, but okay, so I think we can work with this. We can work with this. So the next action we're going to be setting is our dodge and burn action. So let's go back to our action panel. Click on new action right here and call this one DB. DB, that is dodge and burn. Dodge and burn. So I'm going to say record. There are many ways you can set your dodge and burn, but I think the most effective, depending on the image, is your curves. It gives you a lot of flexibility. So I'm going to use curve. Take my highlight up a little like this. Can as well change the blend mode to luminosity. It's going to give you the same result because we are dealing with highlight. But for now, I'm not going to change the blend mode. So just place your curve here. Press Ctrl I to invert. Double click on the name. It's going to be highlighted. Then name this one D, which is dodge. Duplicate the layer. Ctrl J. Go back to your curves. Then make this one darken this one like this, somewhere here like this. So this is going to be our bond. This is going to be our bond layer. Layer. So if I close the mask now, you're going to notice it's very dark. I think it's actually too dark. So let me just take it up small like this. I think that was too dark. I think I like it better like this. That's okay. So I'm going to unlock my mask. Double click on the name and call this one B. So this is our bond, this is our dodge. Press your control, click on the B on the dodge and press Ctrl G to group it. So at this point we are going to stop our action. So we're going to apply our dodge and burn on the image. So take your brush, take whatever you are using. Of course it should be brush. Reduce your flow to 100 and start painting. So the first thing we are doing is our dodge. Start painting on all the highlights. You can close your frequency separation so you could see where your highlights are falling perfectly. Do not paint too much, just tiny touches here and there. That's right. Do not do a lot of painting so it doesn't look weird. Tiny dabbings here and there, like this. Beautiful. So go to the forehead here, of course. Make sure you are interchangeably opening your frequency separation to make sure you are not reshaping the lightning. So I think I could see a highlight here. Let's look at it from the frequency separation angle. Okay, so we need to touch here in the eye back area, somewhere around here. That's nice. We're done with that area. So just add the little. So this is not the dodge and burn tutorial. So we are going to equally fast forward, or rather we're just going to be doing minor touches. We are not going to be focusing on doing much. I think I overpainted, so let me just increase my brush and clean it out from this part of the cheek. I overpainted this area. That's now take it back to 0 and let's keep painting again. So this is what we are going to be working with. So just drag it down entirely like this, generally. Beautiful. So let's go back. Let's go to this part of the cheek and make hair bright as well. And we are good. Look at the cheek, here, forehead. I think I want a little more highlights here, like that. Look at the eyes, somewhere around just below the eyebrow. What is that one called? Please tell me in the comment section. Alright, so we're just simply making the bright places brighter, then we're going to make the dark places darker as well. That's just simply what we are doing. That is the concept of dodge and burn. Make the bright places brighter, make the dark places darker. So any tool that is going to allow you to get this result the best way you can, any adjustment tool rather that you are going to be using, provided it's giving you the same result, it's acceptable. So come down to the body, make here, so just shine some areas, make them shine out, glow some part of her skin. That's just the major reason for dodge and burn. Look at these bony areas. You can close your frequency separation at this point to see what is happening on the skin. I think I'm seeing just a touch of highlight here. Look at this part, look at this part, look at this one. So that's what I'm just basically doing, making the bright places brighter. And that is what you should do when you are doing dodge and burn. You don't necessarily need to introduce new lights. Just work on the ones that are already existing and they will be good. So let's just see if we could connect the nose with the forehead using our dodge and burn. Okay, so this is it. I don't think that is looking realistic. I was going to go back. Okay, so leave it like this. Go to my burn. So we're going to be burning. Of course, the image is already looking dramatic, so you don't need to really do much in your burn, but still we have to burn. But you don't need to do a lot in your burn. Just tiny shadows here and there, and we are good to go. The image is properly lit to have dimensions. It's not a flat lightning, so just take your time and get it done. But do not make it look unrealistic. Do not make it look unrealistic. Zoom out. So let me just paint in here, just here in the cheek. This is before, this is after that. I'm okay with that. Go around like this. Beautiful. Go around like this. See here. Go around like this. So I just like going around my image with my burn like this, so that every part of the image will be pulled into the image, into the photo, or into the retouch, whatever you could call it. I just love going around my image like this, especially the face, so that it makes it look, comes together. Look at it, brings it together, gives it a certain level of contrast. So come to the eyes here. Of course, there should be a bond here to give it that dimension. Look at this one. Follow the line like this. Beautiful. Okay, so I think we are cool. With this. Let's dodge here a little. Use a little dodging. Connect everything together. So let's dodge here a little, dodge here a little. So I think I need a little dodge on the lips. Of course, we are going to burn the places we are supposed to burn. So you can increase your flow just for the lips to make the shines, the reflections on the lips come out stronger, just like this. You don't need to introduce a new one. Okay, so like this, beautiful. So we'll go to our burn and do the same thing. Make the dark places darker, just minor stuff. Don't need to do much, like this. Beautiful. Look at the lips, make it darker a little like this. As well, over here, darker. Alright, so let's zoom out and see what we have. I think for the lips it's too much, so we just drop it down a little and do a general cleaning over the bone, and we are good. Okay, so this is before, this is after, this is before, this is after. I think we are good. Except that my dodge, this highlight here looks distracting to me, so I'm going to get rid of it. This particular one here looks distracting to me, so I'm going to get rid of it, and we are cool. Alright, so this is it. Let me just do a little touch up here and there. Look at the nose. I think I just feel I need to connect it, make here brighter, just only this part brighter than every other part. It's too much. Okay. Alright, so this is our dodge, this is our burn, this is the overall before and after of dodge and burn. Look at the ear, we forgot that part, so let's just do a little dodging, a little burning as well. One is too low, so could go. So just like this. Just look at here, look at here. So those highlight points, those are the points I'm touching my dodge. Those highlight points. You don't need to do burning for here, because it already has a lot of shadows. So once you highlight, you increase your highlights, the shadows are going to be profound. I think we are done with our dodge and burn. So what we're going to do is that we're going to just reduce the overall opacity of the dodge and burn. So the next thing we're going to be creating is our glamour action. So we just go to create a new one, call this one GL, glamour. Let's just call it, I'm recording something with my L, so let's just leave my L alone and call it G. So remember that our G stands for glamour. So we are recording, remember, this is it, we are recording. Go to layer, select your curves, select your curve. So make the highlight stronger like this, just like this, beautiful. You can make the shadows darker as well, just a little. Change the blend mode to luminosity. Go to image, go to apply image. Make sure you are selecting normal, make sure it's normal. Every other thing should remain the same. This is the before, this is the after. Press OK, and it's going to be applied. Of course, we are going to reduce the opacity. So what we are doing is that we are adding shines to the highlight. We are adding shines to the highlight. So let's try somewhere around 80. I think I like it at 80. What do we have? Before, after. Still a bit too much for me. Somewhere here, before, after. Okay, so this is cool. So we're going to shut it down. Of course, we are done with our glamour. So the next thing we are going to be taking care of is our background. So if you look at the background, you're going to notice that it's not smooth. So what do? Go to our action again, create a new action. So this time around, we'll call this BG. That is background. Call this BG, that is background record. So go to layer, create an invisible stamp layer, Ctrl Shift Alternate E. It's going to match everything together. Ctrl Shift Alternate E. It's going to pull everything together. Press select your object. Let's wait for it. Select objects. So select inverse. Do not modify the mask now. Do not modify the mask because it's going to affect the overall result. Select inverse, drag your layer, duplicate it, select right click and press layer via cut. Hold your control, load selection, go to filter, go to blur, go to Gaussian blur, keep it somewhere around 115. That should always do. Press OK, deselect, and go stop your action. Okay, so we have our background smooth. So every single time we have an issue with the background, we could use that and smoothen it out. If you feel you need to adjust the head, adjust the mask, this is the point you can use layer mask and do that. So the next thing we're going to be doing is that we're going to be doing a little color grading to get a melanin skin tone. So create one more action and call it MEN, Menaline. Let's just write everything Mena. Let's call it Mena. Record. So go back to your layers. So first of all, we're going to be cooling down the image. If we are getting a dark tone, it means we are taking away the warmth in the image. So go to your photo filter, select your cool. Of course, this is optional. Select your cool filter. So it's going to make the image dark a little. Beautiful. We'll drop it down a little. Let's see what color will look like. I think I like it in color, so it doesn't affect the luminosity in any way. Beautiful. So we'll leave it like this. Go to your color lookup tables. Foggy night should give us something we could work with. Let's see if we'll have something that will give us a darker tone that will look more dramatic. Oh, this is beautiful, guy. So let's just drop down the opacity straight up so we could be seeing the overall effect. So I'm looking for something that will always look good on images of dark tones. So let's just take our time and find it wherever it is. Okay, so foggy night, it's not giving me the contrast I want. We'll go back again. Go back. Okay, so I think I'll be going with this. Let me drop the opacity and look at it again. What's that? Moonlight. So this is before, this is after. Still not what I want. There's no contrast. Okay, I think I'll go with this. Let's see what do we have here. Okay, so this is fine. That means we have to drop down the oranges a little in hue and saturation. Just drop down the oranges. That should be red. Drop down the red a little. Do not take it out entirely. Then drop down the magenta a little as well. So we're going to get just something quite dark. Alright, so this is it before and after hue and saturation. Before, after. The next one we'll go to is our color balance. So we are adding a little of magenta in the mid-tones, a little of blue, a little of cyan, like this, beautiful. Go to your shadows, add a little magenta as well. I think that's not the right thing to do. So I'm just touching one or two stuffs, just touching. I think I don't want it. Let's just return all these ones to 0. Let's just return all of them to 0. Drop down the opacity of the color balance somewhere here. Go to your selective color. So I'm just trying to do one or two things to pull the whole thing down. Okay, somewhere here is beautiful. Okay, this is fine. Of course, we're going to be adding a little contrast. Let's add a little contrast. Go down to your magenta. We're having a lot of magenta in the skin, like this, beautiful. So remember, we are creating action for a dark skin tone color grade in Photoshop. If this is what you are going for, this is beautiful. Of course, I was going for a dark skin tone, but this is really tempting. Trust me, I feel like leaving it like this, but of course, we are looking for something. So let's just go straight to what we are looking for. Let's go for what we are looking for. Of course, you are allowed to choose your own look. I think just 2 tapping like this. A little touch of blue. Nice, beautiful. So just a little, make sure you're not clipping any of your pixels. I think I need more of my highlights right now. Where is my... Okay, I already matched that. Don't worry, we're going to apply it again. So this is our color grade so far. Let's put a little curves adjustment layer for that contrast I was looking for. So just a little highlight like this, beautiful. Darken it a little. This is too much. Let me just apply my curves. Let's just do an S curve like this, beautiful. Remember, I promised you this is going to be a long video. And we are good. Okay, so let's match the group together. Control G, the whole color grading. So this is it before color grading. This is it after color grading. This is what we want. This is the look we are going for. So go to actions and press OK. So we've closed the action. Let's remove the show layer and the hide layer. So we stopped at make group. All right. So this is our dodge and our color grading, Menalin color grading. This is our background. This is our what was it we did with G again? All right. So this is our dodge and burn, and this is our frequency separation. So inside our test, this is our BM, our blemish. So inside our test action pack, we'll have blemish removal, we'll have frequency separation, we'll have dodge and burn. So after dodge and burn, I think the next one should be glamour. Yes, we'll have our glamour, we'll have our background, we'll have our Menalin, and that is it. So this is how you can create actions in Photoshop and work with it. One more tip, just click right here, go to button mode. It's going to put everything in list for you. So you just come and pick them one by one and apply it to where you want to apply it. That is if you wish to use it like that. Thank you for watching this video. See you in our next video. Please do make sure you click on the like and subscribe button to get notified every single time we drop a new video. Thank you very much.